Hi, this is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Thank you so much for joining me on another moment to be able to talk about something fantastic, interesting, or enlightening, right? Hoping to enrich you on something great. Um, Yesterday, I had an opportunity. My son and I go on our little dates, and he took me to see a movie that he has been dying to take me to see. I wasn't so much interested, but you gotta do sometimes things that you don't want to do or don't, to make somebody who you love happy. That's a life. Sometimes, and he is my best in giving me all these little ups and making me understand things a little differently, right? My son and I kind of like two peas in a pod. And I told him yesterday we were on our way for our date, and we're going to this movie. And I told him, I said, you make it hard for a brother. I said, it's hard on any guy who's gonna try to talk to your mama. I said, because they gotta compete with you. And some of y'all say, that's not nice, it ain't right. Well, look, do your thing. And I'm gonna tell you about mine. My son is, he's everything I guess I kind of look for with a man, right? He's a gentleman all day, all day. He knows to get that door. Before I get to that door, he knows to be there and get that door open for me. You're right. He takes me anywhere I want to go. He lets me know when I get there, it's all on him, right? He's just a gentleman. He's good to his mama. And it makes me feel good to have somebody love you like that, just to love you like that. So I said, you're going to make it hard for somebody to get me. Because I said, I think you're doing it on purpose. I think you're doing it on purpose. So nobody can have me. I stay single. That way you got me locked down. I said, boy, you better go on with your life. But anyway, and I said, because all I got to do is think about something I want, and he's like the what you call him? What's that? Houdini. He just make it appear. He just like ooh. And we get together. We have dinner every Sunday, unless something happens that Sunday. We get together on Saturday, and that's our date day. And we'll just go and do things, go shopping, eat together, watch a movie, whatever. It could be home. It doesn't have to be anything. We might walk, might ride bicycles. It's just our day. And whenever he comes with gifts. He always comes with gifts. And I'm like, I don't need nothing else. But he finds a way to put something else in my path. And I look at him and I thank God every day. Wow, what a gift. He's a gift all by itself. I don't have to look for, he doesn't have to bring me anything that's materialized. He is my gift. He does all that for me. And he was purpose in my life because, a short backdrop on him. He was my last child that I had. And I had dreamed about him before I had a dream. I had his son and I named him. And anyway, when he appeared, um, I never forget one day, uh, he he died in the crib. He died in the crib. He he was hard as a rock. And I went to call my child, my baby. He was probably 4 to 6 months old. I can't remember exactly. And I called him. And knowing I call him, he jump up and pop his eyes up at me, right? And this afternoon, I called him and he didn't move. And I called him again, he didn't move. I said, hey. So I walked up to the crib and I felt the coldness in that crib. And when I would put my hand in, I pulled my hand back before I even touched him. I felt coldness in there. And this is like springtime, right? But I felt something off. So I pulled my hand back and I called him louder. And he never moved. And then I put my hand inside and I touched him and I rocked him Like he was like a hard brick, like a hard brick. I kept rocking him and rocking him. And I called for his father who was outside. I kept calling him and I called him. And I don't know if he heard me, but then I just called again, but I didn't call him. I called on what I knew, right? And what I knew at that time was Jesus. And I called Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And the third time I called Jesus, my son hollered. And when he hollered, I grabbed my baby. I pulled him out that out that crib. I held my baby. It was like I was given a chance for a second life with this child. And if I feel like through life, that second breath, that second life that he got was something that he would, when they gave whatever he got on that second one, it made him more of a gift and a blessing to me because he became the child. He became the child that had what you call it, the coats of many colors. You know, he became that child. And I love all my children. I love them all. And I know they all love me. And this came about because of a story. My sister had called me this afternoon. She called me and we were talking about something. I don't know what it was. And I said, honey, because, you know, I had my will done. I think I did my will probably about 10 years ago. I did my will. I have all my affairs have always been in order because I'm an orderly person. I like to have things done because I never want to go by chance that something happens when I'm unable to speak for myself, that I am not still speaking. So I put my affairs in order, right? I have life insurance on top of life insurance on top of life insurance. I think I have 3 life policies, right? I do all of that because I'm about business. You know, I hear so many people who don't have life insurance, and then the things happen. You know, oh my gracious, but I teach my children, right? Make sure you got life insurance. I got life insurance on most of my grandchildren. I have life insurance on them, right? Because I know the importance, because people don't think about one day you're not going to be here. They always think about living. But I said, you know, a part of living is one day you're going to die. Everybody is. Nobody's going to have that chance to say, I ain't going to never die. They're going to leave here, right? But anyway, so I try to keep my things in order. So anyway, I put things together, and I was telling my sister today, I said, and I'm going back to my son, but I told my sister today, I said, I said, girl, I said, girl, when something happened to me, my son gonna get me. I said, my other children will not get me. I said, I'm going to my son. If the day comes, I can no longer take care of myself, and Lord knows it'll be a terrible day. Whoever gets me, it's gonna be a bad day. Because they got something to take care of. They got something to take care of, because I'm something. So anyway, I said, my baby gonna get me. I said, my daughter said, Mama, you gonna stay with me? I said, girl, nope. I'm going to my baby. I said, he gonna get me. She said, Mama, he can't remember. I said, but he can't remember to do a lot of things. He forget his keys. He forget his credit card. He forget this, that, and the other. But he'll never forget his mama. He'll never forget me. Because I'm always on his mind. I said, and if he can't take care of me, he'll make sure he'll have somebody in place that will. See, I knows that. See, it's the way you do a person while they're able to do, let you know how to do you when they can't do anymore, right? And I'm a particular person. I'm kind of particular, some call me Miss Prissy, some call me, whatever. I don't care. I'm a little particular, right? I like things done a certain way. I said, now, a lot of things he can't do for me, but he will make sure it is done. Because back to that movie, right? And back to what I was given. And so I know that no matter what happens, that child that was given to me, I got a second chance with that child there. Come on now. I know all my babies love me, and they would do anything in the world for me. Trust me, they would. I mean, I got to go on battlefield right now. I got a daughter that would tear up a city by her mama, right? I mean, I know my children, but that one right there, he He makes it hot. You know, he makes sure. And when we used to live probably about 5 miles apart, he'd get off of work. He would come straight to his mama's house. We would eat dinner almost about 3 nights a week. He would be there on the weekend, you know. But now we live a little bit further, over an hour or so away. But he makes it his business. I don't care what it is. Once a week, he's gonna come and see his mama. And if he wasn't working, it probably more than that. And so I was telling my sister, I said, I already told my son, the day I can't take care of myself, I said, we're going to sell the house I'm in. He going to sell the house he's in. We're going to get another house out in the country. I said, he going to get me like a mother-in-law suite, but it's going to be the mother suite, right? That I can still have my independence, but I'm close enough that he can get to me when he needs to. But that's how we're going to live. You know, I already got written down, his wife and children going to love me. They're going to have to, because I'm going to be there. But that's how I already done planned my little life out, honey. She said, girl, she said, I called you because I just remembered this year you're going to be 65. I said, yeah, girl, I'm going to be legal. I'm going to be a legal senior. And she said, I can't believe you're going to be 65. Sis, you don't act like it. You don't look like it. I said, girl, I don't pay age no mind, honey. I am timeless. I am timeless. Age don't bother me. It bothers some people. It don't bother me, honey. I said, I live like I live. It's not about how old you are. It's how you want to be. You know, age is a state of mind. You know, if it don't matter, you don't mind. Just be you, right? And so some people get old quicker. They old at 30. Some people will stay young at 70. It's a state of mind. Youthfulness is what you build, what you make. And so because I'm around a lot of younger people, you know, grandchildren, just children in general, you know, they keep my youth. They keep me wanting to be able to keep up with them. Even though sometimes I know I can't run like I used to, can't do the stuff. Look, we ain't playing no tennis. You know, I might can kick the ball, but I ain't running to the base no more. Unless we got a senior league I can get on. But it's okay. I love the skin that I have been given. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And that's something that we got to understand. Where we are is just where we are. It is meant to be. We are destined to be right here, right now. This exciting moment is ours. I told my sister today, my mama had 10 children. 9 of us are still living. I said, girl, my oldest brother is 10 years older than I am. So he's in his 70s. I said, but none of us, sis, are unable to take care of ourselves. Every last one of us are taking care of our own selves. Every last one of us are in pretty good health. I mean, we might have to have, different aches and pains, whatever. I said, but look at us. We're not we're not in the hospital. We could be we're blessed. A lot of time people look at blessings as being something, because of material things, right? But, blessings to me, your health. If you ain't got good health, it doesn't matter how much money you got. You can't spend it because you can't even enjoy it, right? So having your health, having your good frame of mind, oh my gosh. People losing their minds now. But being able to think for yourself and nobody has to think for you, that's a blessing. You can think for you and you can remember. I know young people in their 20s and 30s. Every time I turn around, I forgot. I said, good gracious. What is wrong with your memory? You got to pray for that thing. I said, you got to have a memory, honey. You're too young to be forgetting like you're forgetting. But, it's happening all the time. They forget. And I'm grateful that I'm able to remember. I can remember the day of the week. I can remember the month. I can remember what I ate for breakfast. I can remember 3 years ago. And it's a blessing. Those are blessings. And sometimes we don't look at our blessings because we so many times looking at what's going wrong. We're not looking at what's going right. My gracious, you could have been in a whole lot of other places. doing a whole lot of other things, but you're blessed to be right where you are, right? People are laid up in the hospital. People have been, already determined, right, that they're not going to have but so many days left. People have been taken out of their comfort zone and put in a whole lot of bad places, homeless, whatever it may be. And you're right where you are because you're blessed. Remember that you are blessed. Everybody don't have that in their life today, right? And when I look at people, sometimes when I'm riding down the road, you see them on the sign at the stoplight. Different ones got holding up a sign, right, saying, homeless feeders, whatever. There are times I will give, and then sometimes I don't. And I'm not saying I'm not giving because I don't think, but I think about my life. And I'm going to take a short journey, just a short one for you. I remember a time I was homeless with my 3 children. 3. I came home meaning to my state of where I was born. I came home and I was homeless. I had family, but I was homeless, right? And so I had to take me and my children and stay into a shelter. I stayed in the shelter 30 days. I stayed in there 30 days, but those 30 days I was in there, I was not on the side of the road. I was not begging anybody, asking anybody for anything. I got a job. I got a job and I worked every single day because my mind was, this is just a temporary place that I'm going to be because my future, my plans, my purpose is bigger than this. I had to stop here. I had to stop here and be in this place for this time for a reason. And I'll never forget it. Because, see, I never want anybody to say to me, well, you don't know what it's like. Yes, I do. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be homeless. I also worked as a volunteer to a homeless shelter because I knew what it's like to be homeless. And I could tell you that you can get out. You don't have to make this be a revolving door, especially if you're single. My gracious, you one person? Come on now. I'm a mother with 3 children, small children at that. But I made it out. Within 30 days, I was out into my own place. And then into another place that I got into a better one, right? But I knew that I was not destined to stay in a hole. And it was a hole, but I learned a lot of things there, right? It taught me a lot of things. Now, what got me there was I heard a voice that somebody said, come home. And my mama, she said, come home, I miss you, right? And I was living in another state. And I packed up everything because I heard my mama's voice. And I wondered, my mama said she loved me, she missed me. And I packed up everything. And in the impulse, right? I left everything and I went back home. And when I got back there, I had nowhere to go. Because the place that I was supposed to go, I wasn't allowed to get there. And then the other place, I stayed one night and I was staying on the floor then. And I said, oh man, dang, I left a home to come home and to be homeless. Right? But there was a purpose for that too. I never did it twice. I never did it twice. That's a lesson that was learned. I was taught that, right? But I went into a shelter and got out and found my own shelter for me and my 3 children. And I worked and I worked and I worked. And people say to me today, even on my job, they sometimes they think, you don't know my life story. You don't know. You only know where I'm at. You don't know where I've been. I share that with selective people who I select, not who choose, to get information from me, but who I choose to share it with, right? But you don't know my story. You don't know where I've been. You just know where I am. But honey, there's a story from where I've been. I only say this to you. Sometimes in life, and you look at a person's life and you're trying to make a judgment call based on where you think they are, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You're meeting people, and you're saying, oh, they thus and thus. You don't know. You don't know. But get to know a person long enough, you'll find out their story. And so I'm saying all of that to say, my life had been changed and impacted by some special people in my life. They came in and they helped groom me, mold me, and help me to see better, right? And when I fell in some bad relationships, I was in some bad places in life, right? My son grew up. My son grew up and he saw bad places I was in. He saw things that had happened to his mother that he swore within himself it would never happen to his mother as long as he was grown and he was able. And what he did was he made it so I didn't have to depend on somebody else to help me because he was going to be my help. And he swore that at the age of probably 10, but at the age of 18, by the time he went to college, he took care of his mother. I worked, but my son took care of me while he was in college. I'm supposed to be taking care of my son while he's in college, but now I took on 4 new children that I had adopted, and I was struggling. But my son made sure I made it. He made sure his whole 4 years in college, he supported his mother. He made sure if I needed anything, he made sure I had it. He gave me his debit card. And if anything you need, mama, you just go get it. You ain't got to ask for it. Just go get it. Now that's somebody who saw some things, and he made sure he would never have to see that with his mother ever again. And to this day, till this day, we're talking about almost 17 years later, give or take, from that time to this one, I never had to ask any man for anything as long as he was there, because he made sure I had. And he still does to this day. And when I say he makes it hard for a brother, he makes it hard for a brother. You know? Because I don't have to settle for anything. I don't have to accept anyone. He's letting me know, hey, set your bar high, mama. If they can reach this, hey, they get my handshake, right? Through life, through your hard journey, through your hard struggles, for your times that you had that you fell on your face, been beaten down, whatever you have gone through, whatever it is that hurt you, who has messed you up, whatever it is you're going through in your life, I'm telling you, you will make it over, because there's a bridge. There is a bridge. Somebody is your bridge that's going to help you get across, that's going to keep you leveled, that's going to make sure you don't ever fall again. You got a bridge. Understand that. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you've been told. You're not by yourself. Now, you got to understand this too. You got to be able and ready to receive help when it comes. You can't have so much pride, honey, that you can't receive help when it comes. I don't care who it comes from. If it's coming to help you, you better understand. Pray about it. You don't understand it, pray about it. But if it's meant for you, don't let your pride get in the way, honey. Because I'm telling you, great things come when you get yourself in a place you realize that you deserve it. You deserve nothing but the best. You deserve great things because you're great. You're wonderful. And you have a chance to have a new life. You've been given a chance to do it all over again. Don't mess it up. Don't ever allow somebody to make you think that you don't deserve anything better. And you can't have anything better. And you will never be better. And you will never do better. Because you're not good enough. That's a lie. And I'm telling you some truths today. I know you can have better. You can be better. And good things will come. All you got to do is trust it, baby. Trust it. Trust what you are. Trust what you'll be. Trust what you believe. And don't stop. Don't ever stop until you receive. Great things are coming for you, sweetie. I thank you so much for your time. For every time you prayed for me, you waited for me, you said a prayer for me, you lifted me up. I enjoyed you. Thank you. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you need to, you want to. Share if you please. And I hope and I pray that you've been touched by this word. Don't allow your past to hinder your future. You're awesome. I love you. Blessings to you. Have a great day.